Alright everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Thegamesmen, host of Pokemart TCG, back in the house with another awesome video. What's going on, my dudes, my guys, my girls? What is popping on this Monday afternoon? And dudes, we got some news and some talk to discuss today. What the hizzle is going on in the chisel with Pokemon Company, my dudes? Alright, let's move this out of the way, and I'm being upfront and direct with you guys once again on the second video, guys, that we have to discuss today. So this is kind of crazy. After my discussion on telling you about what I thought Pokemon was done with, well, my dudes, well, back at the subject again, guys. Reprints, reprints, reprints. What the hizzle in the chisel is going on with the fizzle of the Pokemon Company? What are they doing to us, guys? What are they doing to us? Holy cow. Unbelievable, guys. I had talked with you guys on my views on what the Pokemon Company is doing with reprints and talking about Pokemon evolutions in general, what I thought they were doing. And, well, really, guys, we have to really throw this one under the bus, because everything I said most likely is out the window at this point. Yeah. It is highly, guys, I got to say this not even with a grain of salt, because this is highly, most likely what's going to happen is we are going to get a reprint. All right? It's evident that we are going to get a reprint of Evolutions. All right? Now, let's discuss some things. I have my notes. Guys. I have to take my notes because, you know, there's plenty to talk about with reprints, guys. Why do we get reprints? What's going on with reprints? You know, Pokemon is a company, guys. They're in it to make money, and wherever there's demand, there is profits and dollar signs going on in the Pokemon Company. All right, okay. So, the more we buy, okay, we buy out. This is what's going on. You heard Collect Pokemon talk about the Pokemon Company throwing stuff out in waves. Well, guys, I don't think it's necessarily that Pokemon Company is doing waves, just theoretically just throwing them out. Pokemon Company is testing us out. And here's my, you can take it for fact or fiction or whatever, truth or dare, but I think Pokemon is, at all times, is always in the driver's seat. But doing this, the way they're printing, all right, and you can call it waves or in cycles, is test. All right, just like I do on my channel, I test out stuff, see what games work, see what things work, theoretically, see what works for the channel and what doesn't work. Pokemon is trying to see where they can make more money. Okay? And where they make more money is, guys, is in the demand. How much demand is there for their product? And XY Evolutions, guys, been printed for about 4 or 5 years. The set, theoretically speaking, guys, has been like printed to the ground. All right? Really printed to the ground. So there are a lot of evolutions. Well, there was a lot of evolutions, and I'm a little hot. I got these LED lights, guys, so bear with me. The evolutions was printed to the ground and to the existence that we know now, that it was in lots of box sets. Lots of tins, Kantos Powers, Sobble, Score Bunny. You see me open them here on the channel while I was buying those packs and everything, those box sets. Because it had evolutions, and we all know the values of evolutions booster boxes. We all know the values of evolution packs. All right, we all know that we can scour different boxes and find evolutions in just about anything Pokemon puts out there in a box form set. Kind of like thing that we get, or a bundle kind of thing, or a Pokeball, or whatever. We will get an Evolutions pack. Theoretically speaking, it's in everything. It's all over the place. All right. So Pokemon looks at that. Yeah, we printed it. We printed a set to oblivion. We printed the hell out of oblivion. But what did we do? Me, you, everybody who has a Pokemon channel, PokeRev, Loot Box, Durham's Pokemon, everybody like Danny Fanta, NC Packbuster, TCG Funhouse. What do? Channel holders, content creators, TCG storefronts, you know, hobby stores. We go out, we buy the product. All right. So what do they do? Print. So the middlemen still have their product. They're trying to disperse. Pokemon's still printing it. It's still in every box set. It's still in every tin set. Still out there. What happens now? We get a Logan Paul video that blows the hell out of Pokemon. $19.99 base set. Prices start going crazy. Evolutions is now like a set that people that Logan Paul got into Pokemon. All right. And now is trying to buy up Pokemon. We got investors from Wall Street buying up the Pokemon. All right. And prices of base set Charizard's going through the roof. Everything's spiked. All right, so now what happened is we got Evolutions came out in a big old Kantos Power box. You guys remember those? I had about 6 of them here. We opened them up. A lot of other channels opened them up. All these people were driven into Pokemon from Logan Paul videos, and the other guy that bought the expensive box that was fake or whatever. You know, you guys know the whole ordeal on what happened with those 2 boxes with Logan Paul and the other guy that bought the box and opened it up. All right, how the whole thing went down. If you've been watching CG Money, TCG, or if you've been watching YouTube, you'll know they had posted the videos out on what happened and how packs were handled and everything else, and the controversial things that took place with packs, booster boxes. Were they fake? Was it set up? Did Logan Paul do this just to cause the spike in Pokemon to drive people here, and then talk about he got out? So there's a whole bunch of controversial things that revolve around Pokemon. There's a demand. We got the scalpers going in, buying up Pokemon, reselling it online, and buying the hell out of stuff. So there's none in the store. So there's a lot of that going on as well. And so wherever there's a demand, guys, just know that Pokemon is watching. And they're probably watching YouTube channels too, like this one, probably watching me, you know, seeing what is going on and why people are doing this. And if they see a demand, guys, for a product and it's out of print, out of print doesn't mean they're not going to print anymore. It's just throw the book out the window with this, because if a set goes out of print, it does not mean that Pokemon is done, that, okay, we can buy all that up. It's drying up. We're not going to get no more because it's out of print. It's out of print. So what does out of print mean? Well, out of print in my mind, guys, in my mind means that Pokemon is done. Finished Finito. Done with Pokemon. They're done with that set that they moved on to the next set. Well, absolutely not. How long can Pokemon continue to print sets that have been out since 2016? Well, obviously, up to 4 or 5 years, guys, right? Because that's exactly what happened with Evolution. So if you're out collecting Pokemon right now, guys, any modern, got to throw it at you guys, any modern set right now, just know that Pokemon can turn around and reprint 4 years worth more of that product in waves and systematically different each year. All right, that they can just throw it out and print another print run of it. Up to 5, I would say 5 years, because we look at Evolutions. You got to look at the times Evolutions has been reprinted and how much of the product was out there and how many times they reprinted, how long it's been out on the market. So we look at Evolutions, been out since I think 2016. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So we're in 2020. So it's 4 years of Pokemon, of Evolutions, guys, in box sets and everything out for 4 years. All right, on a modern Pokemon box set. So now we look at Champions Path. We look at Hidden Fates. Could Hidden Fates get another reprint? Absolutely, guys. Could Champions Path get a reprint? Absolutely. Can Shiny Fates get a reprint? Absolutely. Pokemon holds all rights to the arts and the contents and text of all, for the majority of all Pokemon cards to existence to this day. So any modern, guys, Pokemon couldn't print up to 4 to 5 years worth of printing, guys. This stuff could say, oh, it's out of print. But if they see the urgency or the demand for a product that is out of print, all right, that they so-called put up on TCG Player, oh, it's out of print, we can buy up this because the packs are going to go up in price. Yes, generally speaking, they may go up in price. Does it mean they're going to stay up at that price level? Hell to the no, because Pokemon has the right to print any set as much as they want, as long as they see a demand. And as long as there's people like me and yourselves and other channel holders and other hobby shops and mom and pop hobby stores that pop up on YouTube, there's a demand for their product, they're going to reprint, guys. So what does that say for modern? What does it say for Evolutions? Because that seems to be our topic, guys. It's evidence that it's gonna have another print run, guys. How big is this print run gonna be? And what does it say for Pokemon? And what is it gonna do for Pokemon? Is prices gonna decrease or prices gonna increase? We have to look at facts. The facts that I've given you that Pokemon is a company. Beyond being collectible, Pokemon doesn't really care. I don't think, in my own judgment. You can make the call if you want, but you can say whatever you want to say, because Pokemon is a company first, regardless to us as a collector, or they see Pokemon as just a dollar sign. It doesn't matter to Pokemon. It really doesn't. They just see the dollar signs, and as long as they can capitalize on your dollar, be very careful on what products you put your money into, because reprints and reprints and reprints are coming. Are coming, guys, regardless to the set, regardless to when it was done. As long as it was in the first 4 to 5 years, they can go back and reprint. I'm going to say, looking at the evidence based on Evolutions, guys, looking at just that set, how long they printed that set. Steam Siege is another one they really printed. We still find Steam Siege. I don't know if it's out of print or they say it's out of print. But it's still evidence that there are still some packs abundance in different box sets that are still sitting on some store shelves that people just walk on by. But Evolutions, guys, is definitely going to have a little reprint. And when will we see it, guys? Well, as the title says, somewhere in October, that we're going to see this set come out right alongside. I think it's going to come right out alongside that 25th anniversary, because you got to look back. It's celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. And why not? Why would Pokemon not put this out? It's the first set that revolutionized nostalgic feeling for people to come back and get that nostalgic feeling of opening base set Pokemon. So, you know, I agree with a couple other YouTube channels that put out that we got the Kantos Powers sets that came out. And in reality, I think Pokemon was just dumping off all that excess XY that they had sitting in the warehouse, because at one time really nobody was really cared about base set. I mean, they opened it on their channel, we got some evolutions, you know, you just see them cracking and hoping to pop a Charizard. At one time, guys, in this year alone, Charizard Holo, guys, was only like $20 on eBay, $18-20 for the Holo form of Charizard. All right, of Charizard, that is now like a, you know, $100 card or whatever. The price has been diminishing a little bit. So, you know, PSA graded, it's going to be hard as hell to get those cards in PSA 10s, but everybody's chasing the Charizard. All right, so a lot of things have affected the Pokemon. All right, for evolutions. Reprint, like I said, October. Warehouse, I believe, was emptying out their overabundance of Pokemon Evolutions XY booster packs, throwing them into these Kantos packs boxes and just getting rid of them. All right, and you've seen huge YouTube channels like Lootbox TV, PokeRev, Darium's Pokemon, and tons of other channels, even in this year and prior to the Logan Paul issue, opening up tons of evolution packs. All right, it's evidence that the stock on evolutions, because of all the large openings and all the impulse buys, and I'm going to say they're impulse because these are all people that Logan Paul threw under the bus. All right, technically he threw them under the bus. Got these guys, huge YouTube follower, you know, YouTube creator, threw all these people under the bus, got them into something that he liked to do, and ultimately he bailed out, or was paid to bail out, or was paid to open that fake box or whatever. You guys get where I'm coming, all right? To set this all up to cause a spike in Pokemon. Ultimately, I think that's probably what could have taken place, guys. Logan Paul was paid off, said, hey, or maybe had it in his mind that maybe he said, let me see if I can cause a surge or a spike in Pokemon. Let me buy evolutions for an extraordinary price. I got the money because I'm making it on YouTube. Let me go out and just buy this box for an extraordinary prices and open it up live and get all these people around me to open up and show me open this and do it for a charity or whatever. And the mindset behind that, right? The mindset behind that, creativity for YouTube, exposure to YouTube channel blowing up even more because people just was watching it. The money he was making from his channel for that blow up, crazy, right? Insane, but very, very thoughtful on his part to do that and create that video in the way that he set it up or was paid to set it up, guys. So very, 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 very slick there. Very slick how that all set, and then ultimately got all these people to follow, and then literally bailed out and said, I'm done with Pokemon because of the reprints. I'm moving on to something else. All right, so it's kind of crazy. So we had the Logan Paul issue, guys, right? We have some things that are going to affect Pokemon, guys, evolutions. All right, with all of the product. Now, I sold a lot of my evolutions. Kirkland's Game Store bought a lot of my evolutions. Actually, commons and not commons and uncommons. They bought a lot of the reverse holos. I sold them off to them. They bought them. But guys, being that PSA has been backed up, all right, on on submissions, on your graded cards. A lot of people sending in Charizard Holos from Evolutions to PSA. All right, and the Charizard Reverse Holos. And tons of other Charizards that came out this year. But specifically, we're talking about Evolutions, guys, sending out. There's a lot of submissions sitting in PSA right now for submissions for Charizard Evolutions and a lot of Evolutions cards because of the spike we had. So what is that going to do, guys, to PSA submissions once they all hit the market, guys? Once PSA sends out everybody's cards, they're finally caught up because of our epidemic we're going through, is why they're backed up. What's going to happen when the cards come back? Everybody gets their cards that they submitted in. And this is not just based on Evolutions, but everything beyond Evolutions and everything before Evolutions, when they get them all back. All right? A lot of the people that send them in are the scalpers that open up stuff. They don't really collect. They just open and flip. They're going to flood the market, guys. So what's going to happen is going to be so many cards on the platform. There are going to be so many cards on the chopping block from PSA when this is all said and done. You got to see the bigger picture, guys. If you're not seeing the bigger picture on what's going to happen with PSA graded cards, there's going to be a flood of cards hitting the market. So it's going to be really a buyer's market and not necessarily people getting a premium. Yes, people will get a premium, but they will be able to go to the next buyer who's probably going to cut throat to sell his card to a lower bidder that's offering slightly less than someone asking top dollar or top market value of their card in a PSA form, because there are going to be so many people after they get their cards back from PSA, guys, that are going to flood eBay with all these cards from Evolutions and all the other sets from this year because of the pandemic we're in. All right, so it's going to be a buyer's market. Cards are going to be all over the place from PSA. The market's going to be flooded with a lot of cards from PSA, guys, once PSA gets caught up. So what is that going to do? What is that going to do? The demand for Evolutions, guys, still running rabid, still in full demand. I can say that I have seen Orbeetle boxes, well, not Orbeetle, Score Bunny, Groki, and I forgot the other one, Sobble. I've seen those box sets disappear from stores that I've seen them in. When I'm in the stores in Targets and Walmarts, I see them one day. I go back in to check, see if they're there anymore. They're now gone. People watching my videos that I've shown you guys, very good that you watching those videos, because I just helped you guys out to find Evolutions, to find Cosmic Eclipse packs. Otherwise, you couldn't find them as a sleeve, or even in a even a box. I'm going to say a blister pack with a coin and a holo in them. You couldn't find those, but there were box sets that were the low-hanging fruit that I talked about that you can find those packs in. So with the demand of the Evolutions still being high, and suppliers, even your supplier, the NC Packbuster supplier, Danny Phantom supplier, the middlemen, they're the middle suppliers. They get it from one place, they get it, and they charge a premium, and Danny Phantom buys it. I mean, it goes from Pokemon to one guy and then to another guy, and that's how you got all these distributors. Different distributors have different pricing, and that's why you got to really look at your distributors and see what kind of pricing they have, and check out other distributors, see if they have a lower price, and depending on how much volume you're buying and how long you've been with your distributor, you build a relationship, you can get better pricing. But it goes through different channels, guys, different channels of command. Pokemon, and it's no secret, all right, Pokemon has not changed their price of a booster box, all right? It's only those middlemen that the channel that it has to go through. So it goes through, Pokemon sells it to the first guy. Bang. He gets that X amount, 100 cases of unbroken bonds at $60 a booster box. Now he channels out that product to another man, another distributor buys in that's also selling Pokemon, and he wants to buy those 100 cases. So now this middleman charges anywhere from I'm just going to put numbers. They mean nothing, but you can see where I'm going. He channels out those 100 cases at $5 to $10 per ETB or per booster box. So a case that was $400 is now $550. So he's making $150 off of that, selling a 6-box case, and it now goes to this guy that's on the secondary distributorship, and now he sells it to NC Packbuster. Now NC Packbuster goes in and buys that case for X amount from that distributor, if he doesn't have a direct link to the first guy who's direct with Pokemon. All right, so it kind of works in that sequence, guys. If you're not the first in the chain of command to get product directly from Pokemon, it goes through a chain of middlemen that put a little profit on the side and sell you that booster box or booster case. That's how it works on eBay. People get it that aren't direct, buy it on the secondary market. They mark it up. And I got to give Danny Fantup a little news on just on Danny Fantup, guys. If you know him, awesome guy. But I have to throw this at him. He was discussing on his channel about the scalpers and how much money can they actually be making off the booster boxes and stuff. Actually, Danny, all right, if you watch my channel, I don't know if he watches my channel, you give good advice, but this is words from me to you and for everybody else that watches his channel, because you need to hear the flip side of the fence. As a direct, like I know you sell booster boxes. So, and I know my friend Scott, who's direct with Pokemon, for his distributor, he makes $15 off a booster box. So, if the booster box cost him $80, he charged me $95, right? So he made $15. He was happy with doing that on this, in the flea market, making $15 off the box, selling a booster box. He was okay with that. All right. Now I know the markup for a booster box, selling booster boxes, is not that marginal if you are direct with the company. But for those that are direct with the company, all right, not throwing you under the bus and saying that's what you're doing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are card shops that buy, all right, that are direct with Pokemon, guys, that are direct with Pokemon, but fall into the scalper realm, all right, and they still charge astronomical price for that booster box. So say the ETB of Champion's Path. Let's throw that right out before we get on with the rest of Evolutions. If you buy Champion's Path, it's supposed to be $49.99, right? Retail stores, and even when you go to hobby stores, you should be able to get that for $49.99. With ones that are direct and upfront with you, letting you know that, yeah, we're direct with the Pokemon company. But you have some storefronts that are hobby stores that are direct with the Pokemon company, that get their product directly from Pokemon, or at a distributor level where you get it to retail it back at $49.99, but they themselves go to the scalper market and they charge $80 or $90 for the same thing what the scalper's getting it. So those guys, I really, I just hate that format of it. And I'm not saying that Danny Phantom doesn't. I'm just saying that that's the other side of the fence. If you think scalpers are not making a hell of a lot of money selling their products, Danny, I'm telling you that their profit margins are greater than what you make off a booster box selling it, because the scalpers make more off that box than you will selling it at the $49.99. You got to look at if they're paying regular retail price, and when Champion's Path came out, right? Champion's Path was going for like $80 in ETB. And here you are in the stores charging $49.99, and on your website, you might have been charging PTC Column C, you might have been charging $49.99 retail because of your price. So the markup is extraordinary for someone who is scalping Pokemon product. The profit margin is that greater of someone who's directly got a distributor and selling Pokemon cards at retail level, even as a card shop owner or as a mom and pop store or a homemade YouTube channel selling it like that, that's great for them. You're still making your profit, but those that are buying from you that put the markup on it, it's extraordinary volume of profit, especially when they're buying everything from the store at that. It's crazy profits on that. So I disagree with Danny when you're saying how much profit can these guys, they're not making that much. They are making a hell of a lot of money. And I can tell you because I do that same kind of ordeal when I buy my boxes of baseball stuff. The markup is crazy on that stuff on the secondary level. So you got to really do your homework on that one, Danny. Really, because that if you do your homework, you'll see where I'm coming from versus eBay, Amazon, Mercari, all right, pricing for these blaster boxes on just sports cards, and then you look at the Pokemon. The profits are that much more greater than you make off your boxes if you just want to sell them at regular price. So I just feel bad for the ones that have the mom and pop stores that fall into that scalper range that charge the normal everyday Joes that go into your store that scalper price because you can make more money off of it because of the pandemic. You can say, hey, because of the pandemic, I have to pay more. And obviously that's not being upfront. And I'm not saying that that's what Danny's doing. So guys, don't hit me off saying that that's what I'm saying Danny is doing or anybody else. I'm just saying from my experience, I know from heart that I went to a game store and they were charging more than the $49.99 for an ETB or a booster box that should have been at normal, $85 or $80 to $90 price range. They're charging more for that box. All right, and they're direct with the Pokemon company. So if you're direct, you're paying the at cost for what Pokemon is charging you. There's no middlemen involved. So you should be charging the normal $3 a pack or whatever it is, or $4 a pack, and you make your $15, $20 for the booster box or whatever. That's your profit margin. And you're not charging $120, $130, $149 like they did with Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage prices. Pokemon did not change the prices of the damn booster boxes. So the prices change when distributors mark them up and they sell them to you guys. That's when the changes go. And there was no markup because Pokemon did not change the price of the booster boxes. It's when it goes to the middlemen, they charge you guys as hobby stores or whatever with the distributorship, the license to sell or do business as, they charge you and you guys can just turn down the product. So if you don't sell the product or buy the product, then you don't have to charge those markups. So I kind of feel bad for the distributors that are charging people like Danny Phantom and other mom and pop stores, NC Packbusters and other channels that got to charge towards that scalper market region. And I feel bad for the ones that are getting product directly from Pokemon that are charging scalper prices, even though they're getting the product. So the scalper market, guys, is really crazy. I just want to really just discuss that with Danny on the live, guys. So Danny Fem, tell him to come on over, check this out, because really wanted to let you guys know and let him know that the markup for Pokemon product is extraordinary higher than you if you're direct with the company, because you're the sole judge on what you have a set price on what you're going to sell it at, regardless to the scalper market. The scalper market is just crazy, and there are people that are paying those prices. And if you have a distributor that is selling you product at where you got to charge retail price, you got to charge scalper price to move the product, then I would say I would have to turn it down, let them sell it to somebody else. But if you're in a where you're pre-ordering and all that. I mean, if you pre-order, you should be giving like some kind of deal on a pre-order, because people have your money in advance. You have people's money in advance. You get it, so there should be a discount on that box prior to you getting it, because your allocations, you know what your allocations are, so you pre-order. Your pre-orders are in for that many of your allocations that you get. And that way you don't have to, you're already locked into that price, so the price doesn't change. But I just see people pre-ordering and stuff going on, even on eBay, guys, pre-ordering, and the price is like $149. Vivid Voltage was a prime example of $149, and now you can get the boxes for $119, $115. I see it on eBay. So the price dropped on that, and And I feel bad for all you guys that paid $149. It was kind of crazy. So Danny, that's where I'm coming from, dude. Don't take it to heart. All right, not throwing you under the bus, not talking bad about you, just giving you a different flip side of the fence of scalper profit margin is a whole lot higher than yours as a distributor. If you decide to go the same realm with a scalper, then you're equal to the same profits that they would get. That's what I'm saying, because there is considerably markup on Pokemon product in this times because of the buying of all the stuff being bought is really the main reason why scalpers have a marginal profit line, because of Pokemon product is not available in the store. Everything is like dried up. It's gone. So that's where the margin of profits is higher for those scalpers than it is for the average Joe that has their own mom and pop Pokemon stop store, you know, and trying to do a business selling Pokemon. It kind of is hard to do it. And yeah, and it gets you down. Sometimes you get pissed off because you have to pay a little higher for product that you don't want to buy at a higher level because you got to charge your customers higher. And I see where you're going with that and everything. And I would say go for it, do what you got to do. But this is just my insight, guys, on what I know. And I just wanted to let Danny know. All right. But it's crazy prices, guys. Let's get back into our discussion, guys, on the evolutions. All right. So guys, being that the demand for Pokemon, for Pokemon and evolutions, guys, is still high for evolutions. Still high. Still to this point, even though the prices have dropped down a little bit, it's still evolutions is still in demand. The packs prices have gone from 500 to like 400-ish. All right, it could drop a little more. But can Pokemon surprise us with an unannounced reprint of Evolutions in October? A lot of speculation, a lot of people talking about this, guys, on YouTube, and I believe that this can be factionable. All right, it can be done, and it will be done, I think. But will it be in the big, like a big print run? I don't think it's going to be a big print run. We could take it on the chin, guys, as we do with the other Unified Minds and the Hidden Fates reprints that we got. There was small reprints, guys. You know that Pokemon just did small reprints, and it's not a time to like really get scared when buying modern. There's still, if you're in it to make money, you're still gonna be able to make money if that's what you guys are in to do with Pokemon. Card prices will drop slightly for sure, guys. The prices for cards, and I'm talking all cards on Evolutions and in general all Pokemon, whenever there's a reprint. So just keep that in mind, that your boss's order that's going for $25 will maybe go down to $20, maybe to $18. All right, and then after the reprint is done, stuff will kind of go back to normal and the prices will start to increase over. But whenever another reprint comes, do know that the price will stagnate. All right, it will teeter. The price will go down, and it'll go have those the ups and downs, and then it'll spike to where it'll stay stable for $50 or whatever for a time until another reprint comes within the 4 to 5 year span, guys. I believe that's what Pokemon life expectancy of reprinting any modern set, guys, is about 5 years. They can reprint a set up to 5 years, guys, because we've seen Evolutions for 4, and if we get Evolutions in 2021, it would make it 5. So I think we're on the end of the Evolutions train, guys, on when we're going to see reprints. I think if we're going to get this in October, it's going to be in some kind of box or in some kind of maybe a little Kanto's Power thing, some kind of like something to, reminisce on the 25th anniversary of the set being introduced to us when it came out in 2016. So I think it may have something to do with the 25th anniversary, maybe an Elite Trainer box with 10 packs or something just in a box form that's giving you 15 packs of evolutions just to cater to the 25th anniversary, or have something to do with the anniversary. Maybe having Charizard and Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur pins in them or something with some code cards, some sleeves to reminisce on those 3 starter Pokemon. Is highly likely. I mean, they could do something like that. So I have to change my opinion on that. Prices will drop. Will people buy the reprint? Absolutely. There is no... I have no doubt in my mind that if Pokemon reprints Evolutions, that it will sell out. I have no doubt in my mind that that will happen. All right, guys, so if there is a reprint, just remember, it's not going to be a big, massive reprint that they're going back to the printing presses. They're going to print a whole bunch of Evolutions and make it available in 2021. That would be kind of absurd for them to absurd for them to do that. I don't think that is where they're gonna go with that. I think if they're gonna do a reprint, guys, they're gonna give us a small little reprint, and Evolutions will be done. That'll be it, just to commemorate the 25th anniversary. Introduce, guys, us back to Evolutions one last time with the commemorate for the 25th anniversary. And I think Evolutions will be done. Whatever's out there in that print run, whatever is left over from all the years that they printed this stuff to the ground, will be completely done. I don't think they're going to do any booster boxes or anything like that. I don't think they're going to do any kind of ETBs back out anymore. I think they may give us another kind of box set or something, and then Evolutions will be done. All right? I think that's what's going to do. So, will people buy the reprint? Absolutely. Will it sell out? Absolutely. If you look what happened to the Kanto's Powers, they sold out. The Kanto's Powers that had 10 Evolutions, they had the Mewtwo and the Dragonite box set, absolutely sold out. They're $35 box sets. They're selling them for like $75 on eBay even now. So they're $75. You have people selling the artworks of the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur artworks and the Raichu, like 4 packs, $35 on even Facebook Marketplace for 4 Evolutions. So the pack price is still right there in the 8 to 10, and in some cases $12 for an Evolutions booster pack. Being a Charizard, if you sold the Charizard pack alone, that would command about $11, 10 to 11. So the Charizard pack is the highly profitable pack out of all the packs of Evolutions. The Charizard one is the one that will carry the most value, even in the long term, because it has Charizard on it. And for the most part, guys, those packs of Charizard are loaded. So if you don't know, Charizard packs and Evolutions, guys, are the ones that have a lot of hits in them. From my past experience, I was on a Facebook forum that Mike Diaz, a good friend of mine, that bought baseball cards and stuff from me, put me in a forum, in a room with a guy doing breaks and stuff, and he was pulling stuff. He didn't know why Evolutions was the way it was, why it was going crazy, and we were talking in a chat, and I was discussing with him Evolutions, Logan Paul, and the theoretically what was going on with the set, why the cards were all off-centered and hard to get graded, Charizards and stuff, and a lot of other cards that were just hard to get graded and get centered for PSA grading 10, and that there's not a black label BGS 10 Charizard in the world to this day. There's not a black label BGS 10 from Evolutions, that it made it really hard to get those cards, and he didn't believe me that Charizard art pack was the go-to pack of Evolutions. That when he started doing that in his live stream on Facebook, Poke World, I believe it was, Pokemon World, the host of the Pokemon World, go check out Pokemon World on Facebook, Facebook guys, join into his live, he does live breaks, Pokemon World, all right, he was opening Charizards, and was pulling hits. Hit after hits after hits came out of Charizard packs. He didn't believe me until he started opening Charizard packs, and he said, "Oh man, you're right on the money with this. How come the Charizard artworks have the hits?" So for those of you guys watching the channel, open up Charizard packs, guys. See how many hits you get out of the Charizard packs versus the other packs. All right, so in 2021, guys, there will be tons of PSA Zard Hollows from PSA on the market. So ultimately, there will be a flood of PSA cards from Evolutions, including the Zard Hollow and the Reverse Hollow, in all forms and all format of PSA or CGS or wherever you're grading your cards at. There will be a flood of cards going to eBay and Amazon. So there will be tons of cards, guys. There will be a market for a card in your price range on eBay, because there's going to be tons of cards due to the fact that PSA is backed up. There will be tons of cards on the open market, so you will be the sole judge on how much you're going to pay for your Charizard Hollow, because I am quite frankly sure that people are going to be willing to undercut some other people selling a card to make a sale. And being that we're still in the pandemic that we're in, a lot of jobs, people, Christmas hasn't been for a lot of companies this year as it used to be in the years that we know it. If you remember going to Walmarts and Targets for Black Fridays, it wasn't that type of year, guys. So a lot of stores really struggling to make deals and make sales. And a lot of stores, guys, are closing their doors forever. This closes this year and into next year. And more stores even closing next year in 2021. So what does that say, guys? Is that it's going to be an open market, guys. And if you're a shark and you're trying to make a sale, I'm talking about a shark, you got a lot of Pokemon cards, you're trying to make deals, you're going to have to undercut people to make sales if you want somebody's hard-earned cash, because that's how I think it's going to be in the market. Even if you're selling on eBay and Mercari and Facebook Marketplace, you're going to have to be one of those sharks that's going to be willing to cut costs, cut price down to make a deal, even if it's under pricing someone else, to sell your card to make a buck because of what's going on. I do know, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, I listen to a lot of news too. A lot of people can't even pay their rent. A lot of people are jobless. Christmas wasn't like we know it this year with the pandemic, and a lot of people with stimulus will get another stimulus check coming out. Once that's gone, guys, people still gonna, $600 is not gonna stretch out. It's enough for some people to get some Christmas gifts, maybe catch up on some bills. But after that, where's the next stimulus? Where's the jobs that people are gonna need to survive? And that's in my general area. I'm just hearing people talk and listening to people's conversations, while I'm working, and I just hear things that maybe you're not mindful or don't know, or maybe you're saying it won't affect you in your area. Guys, it can affect everyone. And just be careful out there, listening, key in to what people are saying and discussing. And if you got a job, be thankful, because a lot of people don't have it. All right, don't have it. Don't have the means to buy Pokemon cards. Don't have the means to buy Christmas gifts. Don't have the means to work because they have no car. They're behind on bills. So there are all types of things going on in the world, and a lot of people are going to be suffering in 2021. So sales may be a little difficult even on eBay, Mercari, and Amazon as we move forward. So you may have to cut some price off your cards to flip. All right. Not necessarily saying that's happening now, but it could very well suffice in 2021. All right. So Pokemon has showed us, guys, has showed us their true colors, that they are not afraid to reprint any modern set. So just be careful, guys. I always tell you guys, be careful. Look for the low hanging fruit, and what cards will hold value and hold strong are the Zard's PSA 10s and even Zards maybe in the 9 or 10 range. And the Zards full arts, PSA 10s. Time will tell for the other cards. All right? Only time will tell for the other cards in PSA. What does it hold for all the other cards? I'm not an expert on that end, so I'm not going to really like throw any kind of values, but anything from a modern card that is under an 8 in PSA probably will drop in price, and people will more likely go for a 10. There really shouldn't be any reason why modern cards you should not be able to get at least a 10 on a lot of the cards. But being that Pokemon is what they are, and that is they're showing their true colors, they don't care about collectors. They don't care really about people who play the game. They're just out to make money, and they will reprint any modern set that is within the realms of 5 years, up to 5 years. They can reprint Team Up. Absolutely, they can reprint Team Up for 5 years. You know, right on up till it's been out 5 years, and then that's it. They'll print it. You know, and then it's done. All right, so just be mindful on your sets. Look for the low-hanging fruits. Look for those boxes that command value, that have value more than the box itself is selling for. There are a lot of boxes that you can still buy, a lot of $20 boxes that are out there based on packs that are out in the store. There are boxes that have nice surprises inside, and tins, guys, and box sets, Pokeballs and stuff that have nice values of card packs inside that are very undervalued that you should be looking at. So if you miss out on Champion's Path, you miss out on Hidden Fates, if you miss out on Shiny Fates, the next Hidden Fates kind of cards, there are low-hanging fruit, guys, and there will always be low-hanging fruit in Pokemon. As long as Pokemon prints up box sets, there will be low-hanging fruit of packs in those boxes if you know what boxes to buy. So as you want to look at it as an investment into packs, sealed booster packs like myself, this kind of an investment for me in sealed product. Yes, I got sealed booster packs. Yes, you can collect sealed product, but there is a margin of products that you just want to steer away from, you know, and there are product that you want to get while you can, when you can, and stock up for that for the long term. When I say long term, it's not 5 years. You're talking about, with modern set, 10 years. All right? At least 10 years with modern set for investment to mature. All right? Just like stocks. But still, it is better buying Pokemon packs than buying into the stock market for the most part, guys, because where can you buy a booster pack or a stock for $1 that you're risking $1 to hopefully in 5 years, 10 years term, that stock of $1 turns into $50. When Pokemon has so many booster packs that for your money, you can buy a $20 box and get extraordinary value of $40 out of, or somewhere in between that or higher based on the pack selection inside the box. There are a lot of low-hanging fruit, undervalued sets, box sets, tins, Pokeballs out there that you can buy that have and offer you so many more booster packs that have value that you can collect that are worth more. And even if you have 3 packs, you pay $12 for the tin, you could have 3 packs in there that are worth $10 each. So that's $30 that you have in value, minus the 12 gives you 24 or something like that, 26. So you have a 28. So you have some packs, whatever. You have packs in there that are worth value, so that you can sell or flip. So if you're in that kind of like margin or in for the investment, guys, look for the low-hanging fruits. All right, the low-hanging fruits. Boxes tins that have extraordinary value packed inside because of the packed values that they give you. And that is my sole advice to you guys, as whether you're collecting or opening product, collecting sealed product or booster packs, ETBs, look for the low-hanging fruit, guys, for the long-term investment, because when you can't find Champion's Path or Hidden Fates or any other of the newer sets that are coming out, there are always low-hanging fruits that the scalpers leave behind that you can go and salvage out. All right, so just remember that. Keep that in mind. If you love the video for today on the reprint of Pokemon XY Evolutions for October 2021, then definitely smack the like button, subscribe to Pokemart TCG, and share out this video to your friends on your social medias, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are socializing on the media platforms. Share out my video. All right, let other people, make them aware of this content. If it helped you out in any way, shape, or form, definitely, if you liked the video, I will try to bring you more videos like this on my reflections, my views, so you guys can understand Pokemon the way that I understand it, and you're going to get other people's opinions, other people's sides. But like I said, I've been in the game. It doesn't have to be Pokemon. I've been in Pokemon going on 5 years, but I've been in the retail game a very long time, since 1995. So I know what I'm talking about. I've been in the markets long enough. I'm an eBay reseller and an Amazon FBA reseller. All right, I'm on Facebook, Macari, Instagram, sell it or sell off or something like that. I forgot the name of but I'm on many different platforms for selling. So, not the average Joe. Not talking out the yak, but I do know from my experience, guys, in retail arbitrage and in this market now, on the markets for Pokemon, all right, in the modern realm. And I make calls based on what I see going on in the market and on facts. And this is all factual information that I brought to you today on XY Evolutions. It's based on facts. And to this point, every fact that has been pointed out when people were speculating and talking about even Shiny Volt V and all that, it was true fact. So everything that they told us was coming in the facts. All right, that's what speaks for Evolutions XY. It was reality. So wherever this came from the XY Evolutions reprint, guys, wherever it started on someone else's video that knows someone that is a distributor, guys, has come to pass. So if you think it's a speculation, it's highly unlikely. All right, it's going to be a fact that it is going to happen. All right, so don't be surprised if we get a reprint of Evolutions in 2021, guys, right around the same time that we get our holiday 25th anniversary set. All right, so without further ado, guys, I want to say thanks to all you guys for all your support on this channel. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all your support. Continue to support this channel. And I'll see you guys on the flip. So with that said, guys, peace, love, and a high five. And I'll see all you guys in the next video, guys. Peace.